Next game was one I was really looking forward to. Kind of what Dundee went into at the beginning. This was both of our underdog games, and we both tipped Essendon on this one because it was if it was going to be Essendon win, this is almost a perfect storm for that. But while Essendon did hold strong for a good majority of this game, they had this game in their sights. Um, it kind of fell through at that last little bit, huh? Because man, when you have a team like the Richmond Tigers and you're able to score 7 unanswered goals, sorry, not completely unanswered. The Dons had one behind over that string of 7 goals to cap out the game. That is extremely scary and absolutely devastating. Because Shai Bolton and Desi Mart, they both shot in this game. They get 3 goals. Shai Bolton looked magnificent in this, kicking a couple really nice goals. And the problem is, Donnie, is that you can never, I mean, how many times are we going to say this? You can never count the Richmond Tigers because they're always in it until they're not. Because I would like to give you this stat, and I'm pulling it up right here. So, since 2017, their record after round 12 has gone 8-3, 9-1, 9-1, 5-0. So, we've been hearing it for about 3-4 weeks now, saying, "Oh, don't count Richmond. They're going to come back now." Now is the time that Richmond always makes their move. So these next handful of rounds are going to be really interesting to see if, hey, maybe this Richmond team isn't done yet. Maybe we still have to be worried because, damn it, this is like trying to beat Richmond and trying to count them out. It's like trying to kill a cockroach. It's just, you can stop them, you can gas them, you can light them on fire. Those suckers just never die. So that's one thing for this really exciting Tigers team. At least, though, for Essendon, Darcy Parish has been playing absolutely out of his mind. He's making a case to be a top 20 player in this league. 2 behinds, 44 disposals in this game against a really solid Richmond defense. And you're still able to slice and dice him the way he did here. Of course, you got Anthony McDonald, Tip, and Woody playing footy and having a solid game in his own right. And I said it on Twitter, Donnie, I mentioned this before we started the show. I got a little bit of backlash from this, mostly against Richmond Tigers fans, because we all know those. We all know those Tigers fans. The one that will travel all the way to Perth, but complain about going 10 minutes down the street. With those same kind of fans there. I said that Essendon is going to win a premiership within the next 5 years, and I'm a strong believer in that, especially if they're able to get re-sign Parrish here, but keep Anthony McDonald and Woody, build around those two guys and keep that crew together. Man, this is gonna be a good team. This is gonna be a good team.
Oh man, so much to break down in this game. I mean, first off, kudos to the Western Australians for putting on an absolutely magnificent dream time game,
Yes,
selling out Optus Stadium, over 55,000 people
so great
at
seeing
this
that.
game. You would have thought we were at the MCG if you didn't notice. We were in South Australia, in Western Australia, and they were backing the Essendon Bombers. And man, was this an absolutely magnificent game until about the 12-minute mark of the fourth quarter when Richmond went, "Yeah, Essendon, we don't think so."
Game over.
Now, here's the thing. I'm going to say this. A heck of a performance by the Bombers in this one,
Mm-hmm.
because you lose McGraw early in the game to PCL injury, and you're down a midfielder. You've already had the replacement, and you battle back being down, and you take the lead at one time early in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm watching this game go, "Oh my gosh, Essendon's going to do this. Essendon's going to roll over Richmond late in this game." And Richmond, like I said, just kind of went, and the switch got turned on. And when you have some of the superstars that Richmond has, they can just turn it on.
Mm-hmm.
And an incredible performance. Again, I completely agree with you. The final score is not indicative of the way this game was. This game was much, much closer for
Yes.
most of the game. I think Essendon really did kind of stamp themselves as a team that are going to be to be reckoned with over the next 5 years. Like, I don't think you're jumping off too high a ledge if they can keep Merritt If they can keep Parrish, if Stringer's kind of still the kind of one I'm not really sure about that one. I
Keep
think
Kill Hooker.
serviceable, but we'll definitely have to see.
Mm-hmm.
But if they can keep this group mostly together, I don't think you're jumping off too high a limb to say I think Essendon's competing for a flag in the next 5 years. I think Richmond fans are upset because I think Richmond fans are starting to see that they're running into the problem now is they have to re-sign Shy Bolton. They have to re-sign replacement for Toby Nankervis, Marbio Chol, who had a heck of a game in this game as
Mm-hmm.
the backup ruck. Callum Coleman Jones is having a breakout part of the year, and all three of them need to be signed. And Richmond's running out of money. So they're really getting to the point where, like I've kind of said a few weeks before, is teams are starting to pillage this Tigers depth,
Mm-hmm.
and eventually the well's going to run dry on the Tigers. They're not going to be able to just go, well, come on, next person in, come on, next person in.
Mm-hmm.
The system will work, but eventually, once you take talent away from a team, they're eventually not going to have the good enough talent to be able to replace it. Honestly, Shy Bolton is probably the one the Tigers want to sign the most. But Shy Bolton has already said he doesn't want to sign until after the season. Well, that really throws a wrench because they want to sign Marbio Chol. They want to sign Coleman Jones.
Mm-hmm.
But if they can't sign, they don't want to try to sign those two because if they sign those two, they may not have enough money for Bolton. Bolton then goes to another team. Well, Bolton's a bigger loss than Chol and Coleman Jones. So
Combined.
again,
Yeah.
there
Mm.
that's up for debate a little bit. I think
I'll
Coleman.
debate that. I'd rather take Shy Bolton over those two.
It depends on where they go. Like
Mm.
I think if Coleman Jones goes to the right team, he could be that dominant. He could be that dominant full forward because he's stepped in for Lynch and done a really good job on that
Yes.
type
Yeah,
team.
yes.
And it's
And
hard to
he's
find
earned a
guys.
good contract too, is the thing. He's earned that.
Exactly. And Marbio Chol came in, like I said, and replaced Nankervis and absolutely had an absolutely ripping game.
Mm-hmm.
And his fun part is this week he gets to go up against, he potentially is going to go up against Nick Natanui if Nankervis can't go. Now, if Nankervis comes back, now the question is, does Chol stay in the lineup or does Nankervis come in? And if Nankervis comes in, do they keep Coleman Jones in as well? So now you've almost got a little bit of a selection, interesting little dilemma for Hardwick here.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I mean Richmond just they have the Richmond type of performance. The pressure was absolutely insane late in the game, and the big boys came to play.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just a simple way to say it. Now to address something that you did say, Darcy Parish is 44 disposals. That is an all-time Essendon record. No Essendon player has ever had that many disposals in a game. That is an Essendon record, and Essendon is over 100 years old. So that's a really impressive record. But Darcy Parish is really making things interesting even for their signing because they do
Mm-hmm.
have to sign Merritt. They have to sign him. Stringer's still available. So there's three guys right there. So Essendon's almost running into it a little bit too. Is that do you pay a big deal? Can you talk Merritt into staying, but can you keep Merritt and Parrish's contracts a little bit lower in pay so then you can keep everybody together with this team that's got a lot of young superstars that are gonna explode here very, very soon in a team that I completely agree with you. This is if they can keep everybody together and healthy, this is a team that can be a flag competitor very, very soon.